We are sitting here in Dubai with one of the most prominent leaders in AI and telecom domain.
Artificial intelligence is the future.
I won't be surprised if you have smart taxis flying somewhere.
We are really gifted. It is a gift that God gifted you, and you need to give the society back. Don't go full-fledged. Start small, a department or a section, and then you can scale up.
As an Emirati leader, what does this mean to you personally?
Every person, to be valuable in a field, he need always to be one chapter or two chapter ahead.
Dr. Jassim Al Awadhi. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of the Sunny Shah Show. We are sitting here in Dubai with one of the most prominent leaders in AI and telecom domain, Dr. Jassim Al Awadhi. Dr. Jassim, welcome to the show.
It's been my pleasure, sir.
And thank you so much for spending time with us today. Really value you coming out and spending time on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Jassim, you bring in 20 plus years of digital transformation experience here in the telecom sector in the UAE. And you've been, what I understand from my research is you're one of the most prominent AI leaders in this country. With that being said, what led you to pursue this career of yours? How did it all start? I wanted to know more about that to begin with.
It's all started during the time when the UAE integrated internet to its infrastructure. This was back in 1995. At that time, I was in the high school.
Nice.
And the passion and the curiosity of being an engineer, it is a curiosity. And if you look at engineering or technology, it is the base of everything. What we wear, what we use, and especially today, all the gadgets and smart devices, all of them based on an engineering thoughts. That's why I started or went into the engineering field and technology in my studies. Growing up here in the UAE, and the vision of our leaders, starting from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, UAE President, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, UAE Vice President, Prime Minister, and the ruler of Dubai. Those leaders are visionary leaders, and they want to be the first in everything and to position the United Arab Emirates as an innovative country, and to rank it or to position it as a base or a hub for innovators, entrepreneurs, and developers into the technology. Therefore, see that technology is a must. It is the future. It is something that will take over the society, the communities in the United Arab Emirates to the next era.
Well, that's brilliant. You have pursued your PhD in digital transformation. You've been at the forefront of driving transformation for a large telecom company here in the UAE, and you continue to be working in this domain of your expertise, as Dubai rightfully claims to be one of the leaders in the world when it comes to adoption of AI. How do you see the future of technologies getting blended into what we are doing here in the UAE?
Let me take you back in 2001.
2001, okay.
When Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid started the digital transformation journey of the United Arab Emirates. And that time, it was the establishment of the e-government. Mm-hmm. And the objective of the e-government is to represent all the public sector organization, or to have a representation of different public sector organization on the internet, to have their electronic website showing their objective, what they do, and what services they provide to citizens. Then after that, in 2013, when His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid in the World Government Summit, he announced the establishment or the start of the M-government, mobile government, or the smart government, someone call it. And the objective of that phase or the smart government, it's to move all public sector organizations, services to be accessible for all the citizens 24/7 through smart devices. It was a big move. And before the other societies or other countries in the region. And we were happy, or we are gifted with such leaders and their vision and future foresee on what is best fit for the country,
Correct,
for its economy, for its citizens, to make sure that the people here in the UAE and the citizens, they are satisfied, they are happy, and reach that happiness goal. Then after that, in 2017, and the World Government Summit, again, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, he announced the AI government. And at the same time, the UAE established the Ministry of State of Artificial Intelligence.
Yeah.
And assigned the first and the only AI minister, His Excellency Umar bin Sultan Al Ulama, to be the first and the only AI minister in the whole globe. This gives me a view that artificial intelligence is the future. If you look at that time, there was a buzzword of blockchain, metaverse, but why the United Arab Emirates leaders and their vision spotted or looked at artificial intelligence as a technology, as a cognitive technology for the future. Their beliefs that artificial intelligence is the future and it will replace, or it will be perceived as the new electricity. When I say that the new electricity, today we are using electricity and it's hidden in the mics and the lights and in the cameras, and it is something must to have.
Absolutely.
Okay, and it is not a luxury to have. It's something must to have to use whatever we use in life. Artificial intelligence, in my perspective, it will be the same. It will be at the core of anything we do, anything we develop, anything we use in workplace, in life, and with the family, and entertainment, and you can name it. That's opened my mind that I need to pursue my PhD. Personally, when I do something, I look at its perfection all the time. In my education journey, I started my bachelor, my master, and to accomplish that, to end it with the PhD. But I didn't stop there. It is a continuous learning. I believe in continuous learning from leadership perspective, to be valuable in the marketplace and to add a benefit to the society and to a different organization, be it a public sector organization or a private sector organization. It is a gift that God gifted you, and you need to give the society back. So when I started my PhD, I looked at the United Arab Emirates vision, and I looked at artificial intelligence. Since the United Arab Emirates government focused on AI, I thought that it is one of the futuristic focus or the strategic focus of the government. Let's go into that field. But when you looked at PhD, The value of your PhD, it's the topic that you pick and start to deep study or do a research in. I found that in the literatures and in reality, in practical, there is a gap in implementation. And that's why I focused more into implementation, and I brought a new perspective into the implementation. Usually artificial intelligence perceived as a technology only.
Right.
But when you looked at it as a technology, I don't believe that it is the right way, since how artificial intelligence works, it's a bit different. How to integrate it into different organization, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
That's why you need to look at it from technology, from organization readiness, from business model, and from business processes. All together, it forms like an adoption or implementation framework to achieve that effectiveness in the implementation. And I felt now, after completing my PhD, it is my duty and on top of my priority, it's to give back this concept to the societies. That's why you can see that I involve a lot in conferences and speeches, try to pitch that idea and that framework to different leaders in the industry.
That's fantastic. And I like the way you are being an ambassador for artificial intelligence in this region, and I'm sure it's going to help the population at large. With that being said, you've been at the forefront of leading digital transformation through the telecom industry. Can you guide us on an example that you see where how AI is transforming customer experiences?
See, especially in the telecom field, it started at the customer interaction in adopting different AI, or what they call it, a conversational AI.
Yeah.
It started with different telecom service provider here in the region and in other places within the globe.
Sure.
An example, you may have an artificial intelligence tool and system integrated in all your platforms in the organization. When you receive a call from a customer, for example, a fixed line customer, he may face a disconnection of his internet service at home. Directly, he will call the contact center.
Right.
Will complain that my fixed line or my internet is not working. The agent, previously, if he don't have that cognitive technology integrated, directly what he will do, he will log a ticket. That ticket will go to the operation team. Operation team, they will look at it, either resolve it, or they will feedback that the service is not working normally.
True.
Assume that customer, he has an auto payment active.
Sure.
And his credit card gets expired. So the payment, when it's due, it won't trigger because his credit card is expired. That's why it leads to a disconnection of his home services.
Sure.
So with the power of AI, the agent, when he receives a call from the customer, from that same customer, and instead of logging a technical trouble ticket, the AI tool will tell the agent that the customer, he didn't pay his bill.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
so a prompt there.
Yeah. Okay, because the AI tool will check. It's integrated with different platforms within the organization, and it will predict that the customer, he didn't pay his bill. That's why his line got disconnected. So instead of logging a trouble ticket, and that trouble ticket will add a cost and effort to the organization, the agent will advise the customer to pay his bill. So we saved customer time to look at his credit card and take it with the financial or with the banks. And at the same time, for the telecom service provider, we achieved a first call resolution, which is one of the KPI in the contact center. We saved a trouble ticket, and we saved an effort from the operation team to look at this unnecessary trouble ticket and feed the customer back.
Very, very interesting. And I'm sure this is one of the many examples how you already implemented AI, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Looking at digital transformation and looking at the future of how digital transformation will transform the way people live and work in the UAE. Beyond telecom, where else do you think artificial intelligence touching the lives of people here?
See, in the United Arab Emirates, it is the public sector organization.
Public sector, okay.
They are more way advanced than the private sector organization. The public sector organization here in the UAE, they flip the coin. And instead of look at the private sector organization that they are the advancement or they are advanced in adopting technology, now the private sector organizations, they looked at the public sector organization and the UAE government, since they are the pioneer in adoption, they have that KPI and a push from the leaders to adopt artificial intelligence. And many examples, if you visit GITEX,
Yes.
you will see a lot of use cases and real implementation, especially in the public sector organization, and in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, in Sharjah, and in the other Emirates as well.
Very nice. The UAE, thanks to your founding leaders and the visionaries that have followed, has always been a hub attracting businesses from across the globe. And I think one of the reasons this has been made possible is because of your open policies that are business friendly and investor friendly, and the ease of doing business here because of all the technological advancements that you have in the public sector. But one important aspect which became a differentiator was the incubation of free zones. Can you tell our audience more about how that whole thing happened and what was the leader's vision of shaping it to where it is today?
Let me take you a few steps back.
Sure.
As I told you before, that we are gifted with such leaders, especially His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. This person, he has a really future foresee on what's happening and what gonna happen, and really an open-minded leader, open to new businesses, new ideas, and supports leaders, especially young leaders, to go and implement their ideas. The main objective, the strategic objective here in the UAE, and we all feel it here, is the customer satisfaction and citizens' happiness.
Right.
And that's lead to advance or support other sub-strategic objectives, like the economy, and supports, or it created like a magnet for entrepreneurs, developers to come here and position themselves in the UAE. In addition to that, in 1999, Dubai Internet City was established.
Right.
Okay, and at the same time, the big technology giants like Microsoft, Avaya, IBM, Oracle, their value on the stock market in the US was going down.
Plummeting, yeah.
But Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, with his vision, established Dubai Internet City, invited all those big giants to come and position their offices and their operation here in the UAE. In addition to that, what he created, it's like an sub-free zones for different sectors. Dubai Internet City, they set with those big giants to reform a new policies for them that suits them and make it easy for them to make business and position themselves in the UAE. In addition to the other free zones like Jebel Ali Free Zone, Dubai Internet Financial or Dubai International Financial Center, and the others. So creating those separate free zones specialized for a specific sector, it gives an advantage for those organizations operating in that sector to come here and perform here in the UAE. And at the same time, it supports the economy of the United Arab Emirates, and especially grabbing those entrepreneurs and developers to come and establish their organization or implement their ideas if it's a new entrepreneur idea to come and implement it here in the United Arab Emirates. In addition to that, the UAE supports or created business incubators as well that supports those entrepreneurs to come get their offices, support them with the facilities that they need to establish their companies.
Well, you would have worked with various leaders, helping them in implement digital transformation strategies involving AI as well. There are a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of CEOs watching our show today. What would your advice be to people who are decision makers or head of businesses of how they can successfully drive digital transformation and they can embrace, their companies can embrace AI in totality? Can you guide us a bit more on this, please?
For CEOs and leaders, now the decision maker in the AI field, it's with the executive management, and especially the CEO, the CXOs, or sometimes it goes beyond to the board of directors. Why is that? Because of the cost of such AI initiatives. That's why it need to be that decision being made or to be made by those executive leaders within the organization. The advice, it's not to follow the buzzwords. It's looked at all the artificial intelligence tool and systems, different type of artificial intelligence tool and system, and pick the right for your organization. At the same time, don't go full-fledged. Start small with a department or a section, and then you can scale up. At the same time, you need to align your AI initiative with the business strategy. It's very important. It's to link the AI outcome with your business strategy to achieve the outcome that you desire and achieve the outcome or support the strategic goal of the organization, and link it with an ROI. When I say ROI, don't go financially only.
Sure.
It could be a KPI, customer satisfaction, product leadership, customer intimacy, KPIs, and at the back, it could lead after a certain time to a financial efficiency. But don't look at the financial KPI or from ROI perspective. At first. It will come within the journey through the effectiveness or how while you scale up to the different departments within the organizations.
Very interesting. We're sitting in Dubai, the city that is known for world class innovations, technology advancements, smart cities in the UAE, the way you guys are embracing digital transformation in every aspect of life. This is quite admirable from an outside in perspective, right? I won't be surprised if you have smart taxis flying somewhere in near future. But with all that being said, as an Emirati leader, what does this mean to you personally?
As an Emirati leader, I'm really proud of the progress in the UAE, and really make me proud as a leader on the progress or the innovative progress that we are number one all the time in all the field. And this is the ambitious
Yep.
of the leader. And it comes from the trust in our leaders, their future foresee, their strategic objective, and that trust, it makes us happy citizens, happy nationals, that we are in a country that is taken as a concept for innovation, for future foresee, for the leadership, and the ambitious to be the best all the time.
Very interesting. And with that future being designed now, where do you see yourself as an AI and digital transformation leader, as a thought leader in this space? Where do you see your responsibility lies as an individual in contributing to the nation's building?
From myself, I'm looking at AI from research perspective, how it is reflected into practical, in addition to how to link and find the synergy between research and the practical gaps within a different organization or within different sectors. And I can see my responsibility as an Emirati leader, supporting the society and supporting the citizens and supporting the strategic objective of the country to give back what I have learned, give back of what I experienced to the executive leaders or the young leaders to pursue their leadership roles and take the UAE and different organization to the next level. We won't be here for an infinity of time.
Correct.
Every time or every person have a specific span life in a phase of his life.
True.
And it is the duty, once you are gifted with such knowledge, such experience, to give it to the next young generation to take the society and the country to the next level.
Very interesting. We're talking about generations, we're talking about societies. Let us also talk about how open your country has been to a lot of expats who now consider Dubai and the rest of the UAE as their home. As an Emirati who's been through the journey and in your lifespan seeing significant leaps and bounds of progress that you made as a country, how do you position these communities, these people who've been from outside the world, come to the UAE? Let me talk about my country. So I hail from India, right? And as you know, we are the largest democracy in the world. We are also the largest population in terms of a country in the world. And a lot of Indians have been working in this region for many, many years. They have contributed to the economy. You'll find them everywhere in your ecosystem. How do you think this is helping the country, the UAE, and what do you think about the expats in general that are coming to your country?
See, the expats in general and specifically Indians, since I think they are the largest community here in the UAE, it started from the beginning. And I think it's a cross section between the ambitious of the UAE and the vision of the leaders with the right talent from India. The Indian society, they were here in the UAE from the beginning, and they supported the country in building the right base for different initiatives, different projects, and the progress that you can see here in the UAE till today and in the future as well. They are talented. And we really believe in them, and that reflects that the United Arab Emirates, it's positioned as a global hub for different society to come live and to contribute to the progress of this country, be it in any sector, public sector or the private sector, and we can see them and where they're with their talent, especially Indians, and really different sector, in telecom, in finance, and the industrial sector, and they are one of the best.
Good to know that. Let's talk about your researcher's mindset. I know you have a researcher's mind, and you peer reviewed a lot of work. What do you think the global conversation around AI, which you are also a party to, you being an ambassador for AI and its adaptation in this country, what excites you the most about AI when you look at it from a researcher's lens?
From researcher perspective, I can see in the AI field, it's evolving.
Yeah.
And every answer, it takes you to another question. And this is something that I like, that it supports a continuous thinking, it supports the critical thinking, and it supports the continuous learning journey of any researchers or any leader who have the passion of continuous learning. If we look at artificial intelligence field, started in 1950, but then it went to the winter, we call it a winter phase because of that processing power. But recently with the ChatGPT, the generative AI, people, they started to have an hands-on, and that's why we came to know AI more and more. And it is I'm very optimistic and very passionate of the evolution of artificial intelligence from technology perspective, and at the same time, how to implement it and adopt it within different organization, and how to make the organization ready from people resistance, from strategy alignment, from building the right expert within the organization, have the right technological or technology platforms compatible and integratable, ready to integrate such cognitive technology. It's very big area where you can deep in, but it depends on which pillar you want to focus on. You want to focus on the strategic AI implementation or technology, building that algorithms from software or from hardware perspective, or from a leadership on how to integrate, how to implement, how to make your organization integratable from business processes, business model, and people readiness.
Very interesting. You wear different hats. You are a public speaker. You are a senior executive. You've been in large telecom companies. You're also a researcher. You spend significant amount of your youth towards digital transformation and artificial intelligence as a practice. And you're also a sound citizen and a family man. With everything around that's happening with you and everything that you do and you continue to transform, how do you balance this all to make sure that every single objective is met?
Some people may say it's a time management. I may say that it's a purpose management. if you have the right mission, then you can align whatever you do to the same mission,
Right.
and you will have a purpose at the end that you want to achieve. From that, you will have that passion. Try to segregate whatever you do during your week or during your day or a month. Try to give the right amount of passion or time for family, for research, for public speaking, and to support the society. So at the end, it's about passion. It's about aligning things all together to the right mission and the right purpose for your life. So it will add or align whatever you do to create a value for your self.
True.
If you have that, then you can back engineer everything to have the right time for everything that you do in life.
Dr. Jasim, as you march ahead on this mission, and I can see that clarity and purpose as you are, that's resonating in your responses, right? How would you want your country to remember you and your contribution 10 years from now in the field of AI?
I need the young generation to remember me and the young leader to remember me. As I said earlier, you are gifted from God to do something. It's not something for you, but it's something to give back to society and for people. And I want to create that base of thinking for the young generation or the young leaders to take it to the next level. Every person, to be a valuable in a field, he need always to be one chapter or two chapter ahead of other people thinking within the field that you work
Right.
in. And what I look at the future generation, especially here in the UAE, with all the support in education from our leaders and all the scholarship support from the leaders and their postgraduate and undergraduate. I need them to be the future leader, not only here in the UAE, but in the region and the globe. As I said, to be one chapter or two chapter ahead as we perceive or look at the UAE today. The UAE today, why everyone's looking at the UAE as a distinguished country? Because we are a chapter ahead of the others. And we are building that with the belief of artificial intelligence. The country are building the infrastructure base for artificial intelligence for the others to use and have for the future of artificial intelligence and the digital transformation journey of the country.
One reading about your personality while we are talking and through the past interactions that we've had is outside of work, you seem to be a very grounded individual. And I think for somebody who is always been in the limelight, for somebody who's always used to public attention, that's you. Where do you get this modesty? How do you ensure that you continue to remain grounded? What's the reason and what's the purpose behind this?
I'm always grounded with my family around me,
Right.
from my parents, my wife, and my children. I need them to remember what I do,
Right.
to take me as a role model for their future, especially the young generation today. They need to have a trust of someone
Sure.
to take them to a next level. They're exposed to social media.
True.
Parents are a bit busy in their work and their day-to-day life to
Very true.
make a live for them.
Yep.
So you as a father, you need to position yourself of a trusted leader for them, trusted father, know what's the purpose of what I do for the country and for them to learn and to take the lead in the future, in their future practical phase.
Are there any personal passions that fuel your professional journey?
UAE leaders.
UAE leaders.
Really, UAE leaders, we are really gifted. We are gifted in the UAE and as in Emiratis with those leaders. Distinguished personalities, future foresee, very focused of strategic objective. We as a citizens and Emirati, we know where the country is heading. And that pushes us to continue and be within that journey. If you have a clear strategy, then you know where you are heading.
True.
You will support the society and the citizens and the country, be it you are in the public sector or the private sector. It is your duty to align, and this is the passion that I have, and the future young Emirati have, to support the country and support the vision and mission of our leaders.
And with that being said, if you were to give one piece of advice to the young generation that's watching you today, to the young Emiratis and a lot of other young aspiring leaders that will shape up the future of UAE and inshallah shape up the future of the world as we progress and learn from the UAE, what would be that one piece of advice?
First of all, you need to know the area where you have most passion in. Artificial intelligence, financial sector, be it any sector. Look at the UAE strategy in that sector, focus on, and try to be the leader or the thought leader in that area. Knowledgeable, focus on continuous learning to be valuable in the job market, at the same time to achieve the ambitions of our leaders in the sector that you work in. The strategy is very clear, and especially here in the UAE, we know the strategy in every sector, be it it's in telecom sector, financial sector, industrial sector. You know where we are heading. You need to read and analyze the news, look at or connecting the dots to be distinguished in what you do.
Very interesting. I'm sure your journey with the passion that you carry and the purpose that you have, keeping country first, making sure that the digital transformation advances continue to happen, is going to add immense value. And I'm sure, and I'll be a witness to that in coming years, maybe 5-10 years from now. We see the progress and your contributions towards that in making sure that your country continues to be a leader in the pack when it comes to next gen technologies. Today AI, tomorrow it could be something else.
Right.
I would love to see that you played a pivotal role in that journey, and may God be with you as you drive that purpose. With that being said, we come to the end of this session. But Dr. Jasim, it has been a true honor for me to begin with to host you on the show today and to learn from you the purpose, the clarity, and the ambitious goals that one person can have towards digital transformation, and how in turn it can create a knock-on effect that a country can benefit from. So thank you so much for being on the show today. It was a pleasure having you today.
The pleasure is mine, and thank you for the invite.
Thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jassim Al Awadhi, what a leader, what a patriot who's shaping the future of UAE when it comes to digital transformation and artificial intelligence. Please share this episode with your friends, your colleagues. They may find it useful. And please make sure you subscribe to our channel so we can bring more such meaningful conversations. This is me signing off. Thank you so much.